Hi everyone, today I'm gonna talk about source engine and especially its tool assisted tools. Um the fact Hi everyone, today I'm gonna talk about the source engine and how to test in it. Basically, source that we are talking today is the source for Portal 1 and the source for Alpha 2 as well. I'm gonna talk about tool assisted experience. Um, but first, I'm gonna talk about what's tool assisted experience in general. Basically, when you test a game, every time you do the same movie, you get the same result because when it's a console game, you try to have every time the same result. Um, for Gold Source, Yalcher is making task mode, but haven't finished yet. Um, However, for Source, the Portal and Half-Life 2 engine, we have tools that isn't finished, but has already some interesting elements that we can use to test. But the main problem is that when you execute these inputs, you don't get the same result, which is a really horrible problem because we will see that later, but there are a lot of problems of this fact. The fact that Portal and Half-Life 2 doesn't get the same result. Like we will see that in Chamber 04. So basically, the tool we are using for to test Portal and Half-Life 2 is the plugin source pulse tool made by Yalter also. You need to download it on the sourcerun.org website and put it into your folder, and then you need to open up your developer console and tap and press plugin underscore load SPT. That stands for Source Pulse Tool. Okay, so when you get that result, loaded plugin SPD, you now have more functions that are that you can see on your console commands, and they start with y underscore SPD or underscore y underscore SPD. The main options are in YSPD. You can find some stuff such as additional ABH that works only on Black Mesa. Auto jump. I don't think you should use that one because that's mainly for segmented run and stuff like that. Motion blur fix, etc. You need to have Y underscore source pulse 2 set to 1 in order to test your tools, because else you'll have totally different moments, except if the save file given to you hasn't triggered any dialogue or the player isn't in movement. So basically, what I'm telling you is when you try tests, always set y underscore spd underscore pulse to 1, Mine is already set to 1, and by default it's always 1. Um, then you'll need to bind several things. Um, I personally use my 1 and 2 keys to play the the task files, and let's see how it works. So basically, we will use a config file which is .cfg, for that stands for config. You can open up a notepad.exe, or I prefer Notepad++ because it's more intuitive, but basically you can do that even with Notepad. And the more important is that you set your documents as a .cfg, and then you put that into portal underscore portal/cfg. You should already have some CFG, such as chapter 1, 2, 3, etc. And I just spoiled what I was trying to do, which is basically I was trying to have some suspense, but I spoiled it. This is the exec command. When you tap exec, there is a bunch of stuff that comes after. Basically, what you want to do is you'll execute what's on the config files, line per line. For example, each line will be played, except if it has a double slash as a commentary, like as a comment, like most languages we have. However, we will start talking about it now. I'm gonna bind my keys, bind one. No, that's for item climbing. I'm gonna start with the exec. I think that's 04. Let's see the. I started learning that tool with Juxpass tasks, and I made it the first one on the 04 chamber, and so I'm gonna bind that to my one key. I recommend you to bind your keys on that, because basically if you load and execute, the script will be played while loading, and then it will not play in the right order because it will be late. So I'm gonna bind that to 1. Also, I'm gonna bind 2 on my load key, which is 2. I recommend you to type a stop, because in some tasks the record is already implemented, and if you wanna do some stuff with that, you may want to have stop in it when you reload, because when you have tried a bunch of stuff, stop is very useful command. Also, here's a config file I made. I'm gonna talk a bit just after, which is frame rate. So I'm gonna type exec frame rate, and then I'm gonna add the save file that matches with the task files. In a console task, basically you have one movie, and the movie is played from the beginning, and since we haven't tried from the beginning yet, all we have is this, and what we do is we save the file, and then we play the file. So we have 2 files that are required to replay the tasks, the inputs and the save. And currently I don't remember which load. I think that was this one. Okay, so I have my load file. So on key one I bound I have set a bind as exec my config file. Then on my two key I have a band stop, then exec frame rate, then load my save file. So I'm gonna bind that. So I have my 05 binds, and I'm gonna try to load the map randomly. Then press 2. Okay, so if you have y underscore spd underscore pose set to 1, basically it will start posed. Then if you go to the main menu, then come back, it will basically play. Then you have the stuff. So that's the file I used for my tasks. And I'm gonna type 1 after I load it, so the config file will play. So that's a task I made recently, and you see something happened like here. I'm gonna type this because that shit. Where's the thing? I'm gonna reset the test file. Okay, so basically what happened here is the RNG, because our test tools doesn't allow us to manipulate the random stuffs, such as cube falling, because every time you let a cube fall, it will fall differently, especially from cube droppers like that. I've seen other random things, and you might even have played the game like 100 times. You will never have the same thing. I don't know. So what we do is basically we hope to get a good RNG, and when you play the task you need to play it several times if you have something such as cube droppers, which is really annoying and the main default of a source pose tool. So I'm gonna try again, maybe I'll get lucky and the cube will fall, maybe. Okay, so I didn't got lucky anyway. Nope. Reset. Okay, so then I need to minus forward. I'm gonna explain a bit how TASs works. First, I'm gonna try to explain the frame rate I made. Basically, what the frame rate does is it disconnects the player, then it enables cheats, then set the host frame rate to be really low, then set the FPS max to be 60. Why do I enable cheats? You'll say, OMG, cheater, whatever. The fact is that to encode or to play, it's really fine to have that frame rate set to 0.015 because it's comfortable, and also I set my FPS max to be 60 for encodes, and those comments need to be in SV cheats 1, but technically I don't need these. That's just for video rendering, and that's really great to have that. And also I can't set this frame rate when I'm playing. I can't just frame rate here. I need to disconnect, and disconnect basically just do that. It goes back to the main menu like this. So now we've explained how the frame rate works. It's gonna just basically allows a better rendering. Then I'm gonna talk about a bit about the tasks. Okay, so you may see some commands you already know if you speedrun Portal or Alpha 2. I've set a comment that helps me remembering that I have the frame rate set to on my task files, but these won't execute since I have the frame rate config file. Then I unpause. Okay, so you might wanna see there are some stuff such as a duck, back, left and right. When you have I'm gonna start a new game. When you have this, if you tap plus duck, it will basically hold the duck key, and I can't come back to the state I was before without ducking. I can't unduck. And basically what will minus duck do, it will unduck me like this. This is really helpful, especially if you load several times the same movie. Like this chamber, you have to do this a lot of time, or if you test something, I recommend you to minus every actions you do because when you will play your task like 1,000 times, you may have something set to on, such as forward, because when I played the test, you may have seen that I reset and the forward key was still on, and I couldn't stop forwarding, and basically it's better to undo the holding key things. I also have later in my config file the minus forward, minus back, minus jump, and minus use. Also in the middle of my task, I have something called y underscore spd underscore pitch speed, and y underscore spd underscore yaw speed, which basically represents what I'm gonna show now. I'm gonna set my yaw speed to 30, and you'll see what it is. Pitch speed to 30. Basically what it does, it sets my mouse speed to be to go down 30 times. I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna set it to 0, then come back to a normal angle, then type your speed and tell it to 30, and here is what we got. We get a spinning portal thing. Basically it just moves around. Technically we should use that because the fact we play is I want to shoot here, and I'm here, so I move. I can't just bind to be directly here. I have to move here. However, in tasks, we can just set our position, our camera position, to be exactly where we want, which is really comfortable. We don't need to do the whole movement. However, when you do a video rendering, it seems nicer to not have the the set pitch or the set yaw, because it will seem smoother when you watch the video. Finally, I recommend using set pitch and set yaw instead of yaw speed, for two reasons. Because with set yaw you can have precise shots, you can have really precise shots, and yaw speed and pitch speed basically have a problem. If you don't start exactly with the same point, it can happen sometimes if you reload a bunch of times the same save, it will start like a bit not the same angle, and if we and the fact you will use the speed, it will go completely outward and do in the wrong direction. So I prefer to use set pitch and set yaw instead of yaw speed and set yaw. Okay, so that's what I did for this chamber. However, I need to mention that the Juxpa likes to use pitch speed and yaw speed in his tasks. And that's the initialization of the task. Then we record a demo. I don't always put it on my test, but that's really comfortable to always have a record and what happens. Then the second most important command, underscore y underscore spd underscore after frames underscore reset. Basically, it will reset the order that we set in the config files, to say, oh, okay, I stopped what I've previously understood, and now it's ready for new inputs to be played. And the record basically will record the demo if you don't know it yet. Then we use the first command, the most useful, underscore y underscore spd underscore after frames. How it works: basically you have a number to set after this command, such as 80, and then you have a command to do. For example, I'm gonna set my yaw speed to be 1. Yaw speed 1, and what it will do is basically, after 80 frames, I'm gonna do the command, and the command is underscore y spd yaw speed 1, and this is really useful because it acts the same way as tasks in consoles. Okay, so basically after 80 frames it set my yaw speed to be 1. I'm gonna cancel that. Okay, so choose your way. You may want yaw speed or set yaw. I prefer set yaw. Then you'll need to know a bunch of of useful commands. Plus forward for holding forward. I'm gonna minus that. Okay, so an hold forward. Plus back for back. Minus back. For strafes, that's plus move left and move right, obviously, but I'm just gonna show left. Then you have the attacks, plus attack, minus attack, of course, plus attack 2 for orange portal, but I don't have it yet. Okay. I think we have other things. Oh, I didn't use set pitch. Oh shit, I forgot to minus attack 2. Okay, so the set pitch and the U pitch. I recommend you, if you use the set pitch technique, to enable CL underscore show post 1, and you'll see the angles here. You can copy that. For example, here I see my set pitch. Okay, so I see my pitch is 5, and my yaw is 4.79. I'm gonna look anywhere, and I'm gonna set my okay, so underscore y underscore spd underscore set yaw to be equal to 479. And what it will basically do, it will turn my camera to the right spot. So remember, this is yaw, this is pitch. Useful commands, you also have the plus use and minus use, and the plus jump, very useful obviously, such as the source engine, which is really broken with jump. What we have else? I recommend you to try your tasks a lot and try to improve every frame, like your regular tasks. Okay, so I think we have a whole. Let me see. Okay, we also have a thing, set angle. Set angle or set angle exact. It will basically be set pitch plus set yaw plus the z rotation. For instance, if I set it to 0 0 180, it will basically flip me. This is not possible by human hands, only when you go through portals like this. It will basically flip you upside down. This is not part of SPD, but you can use that to control your camera if you want. Also, there is the echo thing. If you tap echo I, the console command will say I. This is really useful when you have to time a video or whatever. Stop to stop a movie, and also I think there is one high. Nope. No, that's only into other stuff. Okay, so I think we've learned how to use the different commands. So I think that's all. So the task tools aren't finished yet, I recommend you to try it. That's really fun to do, and do your task files. That's really fun. Don't forget to include your save files, because these are really important when you do tasks. Also, you need to improve every frames, and beware of the RNG. Finally, if you have any question, feel free to ask. That's always fine. And try to do your tests. That's really fun to do. And don't forget, also I think I might have forgotten, when you do a full chamber, don't forget to pause when you tap the pause command in your I'm gonna show you a task, my task for 19 chamber, mine, bind 1, and I'm gonna change my bindings, bind 2, stop exec frame rate, and I think that's task load, task 19, task 19, I think that's the only thing. Is it? I'm not sure. Okay. For example, for this chamber, I used Juxpa's save file and improved it a bit by 8 frames. When you stop a movie, its length is basically the time where pause and loading are both on screen. For example, Paul, let me show. That's my test. Okay, so now you can see both pause and loading screens are coming, and as you can see, I've set in my task, that's not my task. Okay, so here's my task. I've set to frame 350 to be paused, which means the movie ends now. So the input length is 350 length. I'm gonna show again with Juxpa's test, which I stopped in 358, bind 1, exec task 11, 19. Okay, so I need to reload, and then also it looks slower than the reality. Okay, so now you can see pause and loading are both on the same screen. So my task is a bit faster by 8 frames. I used a bunch of stuff such as strafes. I made it on my own. Okay, so that's all. I hope you will do fun tasks, and I let you with my task, maybe exec task 19. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, feel free to ask, and thanks for watching.